If you haven't already had the pleasure of meeting me, I'm Chloe. I'm Allie's younger sister and maid of honor. And I'm also her best friend. I heard some nonsense about that earlier, and I wasn't so sure about that. So to make sure we're all on the same page here, I just needed to clarify that Webster's Dictionary defines wedding as the fusing of two metals fused together with a hot torch. I think you guys are two metals. Gold medals. Speaking of gold medals, I wish that I could give one to everybody who is here just to thank you all for being here tonight. I'm going to speak for both of them a little bit when I say we're really lucky to be able to have everyone gather together here. Everyone who's nearest and dearest to all of our hearts. And I know that there are a few people missing today, but they're here in spirit. They're sending their love. And then I also want to do a special thank you to everyone that helped put everything together. It was really helpful, and we couldn't have done it without everybody who came early to help set up and just help with the chaos. So that's somewhat my segue into talking about Allie. I could say a lot of things about her. You are smart, hilarious, goofy, creative, hardworking, patient, loving, and overall a spectacular human being. Ryan, you obviously know all of that, and all of you know all of that, I hope so. And I just want to say what having you as my big sister has meant to me. You are always in my corner, you're someone to look up to, and you're someone to laugh with. And it's not every day that you get someone who will still give you unconditional love even after all of the mischief through childhood. A funny story I like to remember that she brings up a lot is that our mom used to make us finish our milk before we would leave the dinner table. And Allie would always finish her milk, and I would not. But then when she wasn't looking, I would pour my milk into her glass. And she always took the blame for me. And then if you didn't know, the three of us, Allie, Ryan, and I, we all live together down in Northfield. And we've lived together for like 3 or 4 years now. We used to live in Egan. So I've gotten to know Ryan very well. So well, he's basically like a brother to me, and I'm not just saying that because he's legally my brother now. When I found out Ryan was going to propose to Allie, all I could think to myself was, great, now I'll have an annoying little brother and an annoying older brother. And I will admit here in front of friends and family, Ryan, I do actually like you. And now it's on video evidence, so that's my gift to you. It's really special to find someone you can be goofy with, and I'm really glad that Allie has someone who's going to be there to goof around with her, support her in all of her glorious badassery, and most importantly, help her keep her on task when she's full ADHD tornado squirrel brain mode. I, along with everyone else in this room, know that they are perfect for each other. For example, Allie's a really good cook, and Ryan's really good at eating. Allie's a very good driver, and Ryan's a great passenger. I'm really happy that you guys found your perfect mix, and I wish you both the best in this new season of your lives together. I wish you the patience to endure any obstacle, the laughter to cure any bad day, and I wish you the happiness that finding your person brings into your life. I love you guys.
And now they're handing the mic over to two best men, Jay and Mitch.
Is this still on?
I'd like to take you guys back to the first grade. I was new to a school in Mulan and Spicer. I was confident that I knew more about any sports than any other first grader in the country. It did not take me long to find out that that was not the case, because in walked in this guy with the biggest grin across his face, speaking a mile a minute, probably going on and on about the intricacies of the Vikings offense or the the new strategy for our infield with the Twins, and I quickly realized that we were going to become fast friends. From that point on, we were inseparable. I remember countless nights at the Turnquist household, whether it was watching reruns of Legends of the Hidden Temple, great show, inventing our own sports such as bottle cap baseball or knee basketball, and some of the fiercest negotiations I've ever been a part of dealing with our showdown baseball cards. Ryan drives a very hard bargain. And we were, throughout our years when I was living there, inseparable, and I found out in 6th grade that we were moving to Austin, Minnesota, nearly 3.5 hours away. I was very upset, in no small part because I was worried that I was going to lose my friendship with Ryan, or it'd be much harder to be in touch in the way that we had been. To the point that I boycotted wearing any Austin Packer red for the first year of my time down in Austin. But what I found was that a friendship with Ryan is something that's very easy to maintain because he has such a deep care and concern for his friends and his family. And so thanks to our parents for driving us countless times back and forth between Austin and Spicer and to the Twin Cities to go to sports games, and even a fateful trip down to Fort Myer where I was the Turnquist Irish exchange student for the week to go to spring training to watch the Twins. We remained very close friends over those years, and continue to even after I moved out to California. And part of that is, and something that's I really admire about Ryan, is that he has such a deep concern and care for everyone that he comes in contact with. It was no surprise to me when Ryan said he was pivoting his career from sports to counseling, and I thought that was perfect for him because anytime I had something hard in life, I knew that Ryan was somebody that I could talk to and would talk me through it and help me understand the situation better. And if any of you have been to Ryan's local coffee shop, you've seen his charismatic spirit in action, because not only will everyone know his name, but have a conversation already started from the last visit he was there. The other thing about Ryan's personality that's very notable is that he's always been a romantic for as long as I have known him. So I was very curious to see who the person he would fall for would be. And I remember one fateful night, I had heard he was going on a date. You heard some of the details of his attire earlier. And I got a call from him afterwards, and I could tell instantly from the tone of his voice that he was excited about how it went. But as we were talking, I distinctly remember him saying, "This is the person I'm going to marry." And to me, being a bit more of a skeptic, I thought, that's crazy. I'm glad that the first date went well. Let's take it one date at a time, right? But it wasn't until I got to know Allie and see Ryan and Allie together that I understood why he was so confident. They're truly a great partnership and feed off each other perfectly. Ryan and I moved in together in Minneapolis for a year, and I got to see Ryan and Allie together quite a bit and get to know Allie on a personal level as well. And I was struck by Allie's warm, caring personality, her great sense of humor, their shared interest for great TV and food and all sorts of activities. And I saw that Allie also had a very quiet strength that Ryan really benefited from and grew in. And so I knew this day was coming for quite some time, but it's still surreal to see your best friend get married to the love of his life. And I can't wait until you guys to see your next chapter as a couple, and I'm so happy to be a part of your day. I'd like to raise a glass to the newly married couple, to Ryan and Allie.
So I wanted to bring value to all of you first, so I'd like to tell you all about your extended car warranty. You can talk to me after the show when we can go over the details of your Social Security, credit card, all that good stuff. But then that's enough about you and more about Ryan. So let me tell you a couple stories. One, Al and I kind of talked about this yesterday. There was a time when I was in first grade and Ryan and I were playing, I believe it was Madden or something of the sort. And
Mario Party 2.
it was Mario Party 2. It was Madden, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Not a fucking important part of the story. And Ryan calls me an asshole as a 6-year-old, and be it as it may, true or not. Al just happened to be walking by, and he just comes in and goes, "Mitch, I think you should go home." So I went home naturally as a 6-year-old very quickly. Yeah, no, you didn't. Don't worry about that, Mom. It's fine. And then the second story, I believe it was something around circa day like 2008. I don't even know if it's the right use of terminology or whatever. We're playing MLB Baseball 2K8. And then Ryan's getting a little out of hand. He's getting all upset and mad. And I throw a hard plastic controller and it hits him right in the head. And he was so much more calm after that. And I want to share that because that brings a lot of value to you, Allie. Because you can just either, one, send his friends home, or two, hit him in the head with a hard controller. And it'll be fine. But that's all I really have to share. Again, I'm Ryan's childhood friend. Allie, please make sure you sing with him enough, at least like for 45 minutes a day, just to keep him happy. Watch Scrubs with them. The 180 episodes, we gotta watch it at least 4 times in the next 4 months or so. And do that, and you guys will be great. I'm so happy for you guys that you were able to meet and just have this like great thing and just love each other and just take care of him. He's a great guy. And Ryan, you do the same, you asshole.